Known as the light. Welcome to my channel. Hopefully some people will soon come in alive. I really don't be knowing when I'm gonna go live. But I say, you know what? Let me get on live. Let me see who's up. It's 10:30 Eastern time. The story of Shanquila Robinson is going on. And I really tried to avoid talking about this case because nobody's arrested yet. There has been a warrant out for this girl who did fight her. But why though? Why what? Why Howard? But anyway, when you come in the chat, click like for me, guys. Even if you decide not to stay, click like. So, why we don't have friends? Oh, I'm gonna get to that. It's just I'm waiting for some people to get into the chat. But this case that happened with the girl from Charlotte, she had a lot of chosen one qualities that I noticed. And somebody even on my TikTok mentioned it like, hey, do you think that maybe, Shanquilla, is she a chosen one? I don't have a lot of information on her life, but a lot of the patterns, yeah, I'm going to get into that on the live. So stay tuned. Yeah, so she does have a lot of chosen one qualities. Hey, Egypt. And I noticed that, and somebody was asking me on my TikTok, like, oh, do you think Shanquilla is a chosen one? And from the looks of it, it is. And I think that we need to, I've been saying this for a long time, many, many years. I always say, anybody that is jealous of you can kill you. Anybody that's jealous of you can kill you. I'm talking about anyone that you feel is projecting onto you, anyone that's saying these little slick comments, anybody acting funny, you get around them, they acting distant, they acting weird, they giving you a certain look. I need you to please take that seriously. If there's anything that you learn in life is body language. And a lot of us chosen ones, we grew up in narcissistic homes. We grew up or abusive homes, toxic homes. And guys, you got to use the things that we grew up with. You know how in tune we are. Hey, loving JoJo. You have to understand that the same body language reading, the same energy reading that you were using when you were a child with your narcissistic parent, with your toxic family members, you need to use that with friends, guys. There are always red flags, okay? On my lives, I always do a Q&A. Y'all already know the deal. Y'all know the drill. All right. Hold on. Let me put all my information. Q&A is always $5 for a question. You can donate to my channel. That's how I run my channel. I'm going to put the information in the chat. Egypt said, my trip to Cabo, the same energy showed up when I was there. I was scared when I was there. I had to play low key until I got home, but mask slipped on vacations. Yes. That's another thing too. I've experienced some weird energy on vacations. And one thing I love about vacations, if you really want to know the truth about somebody, go on vacation with them. All right. Make sure you got money though, just in case something goes down. But last year, believe it or not, I think I told the story already, but when you come in the chat, make sure you click like for me. Gifted said, hey, Queen. Okay, I'm going to let your comment show, but let me just put my information in the chat. Q&A, I couldn't put it in the, you already know my questions are always $5. Let me see. My Cash App is the light $, the light 777, and my PayPal and Zelle is neoangie3000@yahoo.com. Okay, guys. I always take donations during my lives, and I always take $5 questions. Okay. Yes. So, one thing about vacations, the truth will always come out. You're on vacation. Your guard is down. Okay, your guard is down. You're feeling the breeze. You're feeling the ocean. You have all your elements. And there's no hiding. Where at home you can hide, you don't be around your friends like that. You think you be around your friends like that. A lot of us don't be around our friends like that. You might meet up for brunch. You might meet up, have some happy hour, have some meals or something, but you don't really be knowing your friends. A lot of you don't sleep over your friend's house. You don't know how your friends are living. Your friends never introduce you to their friends, so you don't really know. Sometimes you're the outcast friend. And that's how chosen ones are. And that's something I noticed about Shanquila. So one of the guys, I forgot his name. He's not a friend. He was supposed to be her best male friend, right? So I did a little research first. He was supposed to be her best male friend. And originally with the six of them, right? I think that's very funny. I think it was 7 of them, right? So the 6 of them, they call them the Cabo Six. So one of the men who was the lookout, if you ever seen the video before they jumped her, they all was in a room together, but she's the only one by herself in the house. And she's recording like, where y'all at? I thought we was all getting naked or putting our bathing suits to go into the pool. And they're all in this big mansion, this big villa. They're all plotting on her, even the best male friend. I noticed that was very interesting. So he was friends, the best male friends. He was the one who brought her into the group. So he had more loyalty to them than he had to her, even though he was talking about, oh, you're my best friend. Even your best friend will do you dirty, a male best friend, a female best friend. And I found that interesting because how come he didn't tell her, like, girl, they plotting on you? So she had men and women plotting her, and that's how chosen one's life is, okay? You're meant to stand out. You're not meant to be in a crowd. And then on top of that, I heard she was the most successful one. You can't be around people. Hey, Lottie, you can't be around people and you're the one in the group. How do you think that's going to happen? And it could be something small. You don't even have to be wealthy. You can just be the most sane one in the group. You can be the most peaceful one in the group. You could be the only one in the group who got both their parents. Growing up, I grew up, even though it was a toxic home, I grew up in a 2-parent home. We had nice things and we went on vacation and I was taking piano lessons from the outside. Even though it was a narcissistic home, it looked like I had it all. So I had a lot of single parent friends who were very jealous of me. Wow, you got your mother and your father. You go on vacations. You take piano lessons. You go shopping at Bloomingdale's. Wow, you got the life. You got every toy that comes out. Because not parents like they buy you all these things. So sometimes people would just be jealous of you because you have a family structure that they don't. I believe her parents were still together. She came from a good family. Her business was doing well. Her boutique was doing well. But the friends, I heard they had PPP loans, but their businesses weren't flourishing. I heard they even booked the villa under her credit. And a lot of chosen ones be so desperate for friendship, you're willing to even pay for friends to be there. Trust me, I've been there, baby. I've been there. I've been that chosen one. Like, it's okay. Don't worry. I'll pay for the room. Just come on a vacation with me. I'll buy your food. Don't worry. I got you. You can be helping these friends. You could be spending your bread, spending your money on these friends. And they're mad that you're even able to do that. They're mad that the chosen one's able to even bless them in that way. Here you thinking, oh, God bless me that I can pay for my friends to go on vacation. You got to think about how evil and wicked that must be. You're in Cabo of all places. You're in a beautiful place of all places. And y'all plotting to jump this chick? What? And it's not even a fair fight. I don't know what happened. Some people, oh, wait till you find out what she did. I don't care what she did. I don't care what she did. And then if they were innocent, why would you leave your friend's dead body in another country? I would never do that. That shows you she didn't have no friends, even the best male friend. Even the best male friend. I had a little bit of an experience last year in Puerto Rico. I had two situations happen in Puerto Rico. One in 2016 was the last time I seen my ex best friend. I left his ass in Puerto Rico and never spoke to him again. I think we flew out on a Saturday. By Monday morning, my number was changed. I blocked him on everything. I was done. It was an 8-year friendship with a narcissistic male. And trust me, I wanted to hurt him, but I said, for what? For what? Hurt him for what? They could have just cut her off when they got home. They could have dealt with her in another way. Sometimes when you think you're going to fight someone, kill someone, harm someone, it's going to fall back on you. Sometimes it's best to just let karma deal with it. And now instead, all of them may have to go to prison in Mexico. Do you know how disgusting? You left the girl body in another country? Not even one out of those 6 people, not even one of them, not even the best male friend felt any kind of guilt. A real chosen one would have felt guilty. I would have been the one like, nah, I'll stay here with her body. I'll stay. Oh, I would have been folded and told her mother what happened. Her mother said the best male friend. This is crazy. When before the autopsy came out and they realized she had a broken spine and all that, right, and damage done to her head, they still was going with she had alcohol poisoning. The best male friend was at her house 3 days in a row until they got the autopsy. Then he disappeared. He was only there to monitor and surveillance to make sure they didn't know what really happened. The boy even went on vacations with Shanquila and her family. I'm telling you guys, it's the ones closest to you. Chosen ones don't got no damn friends. You don't have no friends. You're lucky if you have 1 or 2. You're your own best friend. If Jesus had to watch his 12 homeboys, they compared Jesus to chosen ones a lot. Judas got him killed. They were going to kill him anyway, I believe. But that's the severity of it, guys. That's the severity of it. Chosen ones, we don't get to have a whole crew of friends. No. I used to be that chosen one too. Hey, Valerie. I used to be that chosen. I'm reading comments. I used to be that type of chosen one too. I used to have a whole crew of friends. I don't know where none of them people are now. So Howard asked in the beginning, so why is that? Because you're not supposed to. You're not the average human being. You're like an earth angel. You're on earth to do God's will. You're on earth to change the frequency. If most people on this planet are living in darkness, they're insecure, they have trauma from childhood, they don't know who they are, and here you come, hi, I'm happy, I love life, God is good. You think people want to be friends with that? Every time as a chosen one you're around people, just you breathing irritates people. Then there's people who just walk around, they got all kind of demons attached to them. They got demons attached. People got demons attached to them, but you don't realize that because people look so attractive to you. They look so normal. And the guy or the girl you're dating or the friends you're around, they're battling something, they're plotting something. You can feel the energy. If there's anything that I want y'all to start practicing, guys, start practicing reading the room. Reading the room energetically, guys. I'm telling you, this will save your life. I've gone to events, I've gone to parties and felt energy, and I was just like, and it might not came from my friend. It could have been from a friend's friend. But I walked in a room and they was looking at me like, and no, it's almost like nobody sees it. I'm like, yo, you see your girl looking at me? They like, oh, she's not looking at you. And the girl is just looking at me, just staring. I've been in weird situations, walking into places and demons, their eyes just light up like, hi, who are you? And I'm like, what the hell? I ain't no celebrity. It's spiritual, guys. It's spiritual. I know they don't teach us this in school, but this is why people like myself and other people who are in tune are telling y'all this. Hey, Coco, it's very scary. Listen, you know how many times I got knocked on the head? They don't like you. They don't like you. They plotting on you. You know how many female friends try to sleep with my man growing up? Embarrassing. My man calling me, your friend is outside and on my porch. What? They'll even try to sleep with your man or your woman just to be like, oh, yes, I've been with the chosen one's man. I've been with the chosen one's woman. It's disgusting, guys. I need y'all to read the room, read the energy. Please, like this story, it effed my head up because I could have been a girl like that. I hung out with so many people who hated me, guys. So many. I might start tearing up because I remember how dumb and naive I was. 90% of my friends didn't like me. Even this year, guys, I had to cut off people that I've known for over 20 years. Over 20 years. You know, because they were just throwing these jabs. The more you elevate, the more I became myself. People get mad when, you know, chosen ones, we're not in competition with people. That's the thing. They're always in competition with you. Chosen one, I don't even care if you live in a box under a bridge and you eat bread and water every day. They're gonna find something to be jealous about. They're going to find something to compete with you, but they can't compete with light. And they know that. And this is why they go through hoops trying to compete with you. This is why they do that. Exactly. They want the energy. Let me look at some of these questions, not questions, but comments. Let me see. Okay. Let me see. Okay. Y'all pretty much just chatting. Please click like on this video for me when you come in my chat. Oh yes, I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I don't really celebrate Thanksgiving, but I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving. I was in a funk. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all, guys. I was really in a funk. I didn't want to see anyone, talk to anybody. I did wake up early Friday, went to Target at 7 in the morning, and I found me an air fryer, and now I'm in love with my air fryer. I got an air fryer for $34, so that was a good deal. But yeah, this energy is just so weird. This energy is weird, guys. It's just like life is already hard, and you have to figure out who is who, you know, so you don't get taken out, you don't get harmed. You have to figure out who is who. We can't afford to be around bad people, and we have work to do, you know. And it is sad because you know what? her life is going to be used. Shaquilla, I'm going back to that. I'm sorry. I have ADHD, I believe. I talk all over the place, but I'm sure you're used to it by now. With this girl, Shanquilla, what we can learn from her life and her story is you can't take risks with people. You can't take risks, guys. You can't, because if you take risks with people, you'll end up, you can end up gone. All right. You can end up dead. So you cannot take risk. Um, what Erica Badu said, I pick my friends like I pick my fruit. Like, you know how like when you go to the grocery store and you're picking out fruit. So let's just say this is a fruit, right? And you just be like, that apple is not good. That orange is not good. This is just some hair product. Don't think this is what you thought it was. And you're just looking at it and you're like, you put it back. That's how you got to pick your friends, guys. And if you feel you don't have spiritual discernment, don't befriend people. Don't befriend. I'm talking about meditate on it, pray on it. And for me, I used to let red flags pile up. I used to let red flags pile up. Now I don't let red flags pile up. As soon as I feel something's off about somebody, I'm like, it's not worth it. Let me tell you something. There is no way. I believe in my heart, there is no way that they just were in Cabo and that's how they felt about her. No, baby. There's no way. Unbelievable. No, 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 no. They hated that girl before they got to Cabo. Okay? That energy was already present. So then when you're in an open space, let me tell you something. You have more clarity when you're on vacation. I can understand why people get sick or get hurt or or pass away on vacation. They already felt that way about her. These people already feel this way about you. That's why when you're around them, they can't hide it anymore. Eventually, people's animosity, people's hate towards you, it comes to the surface. Like I always say, it's like a pressure cooker. And the more they get around you, the more irritated they are with you. So then you go on vacation with that person you can't stand secretly. Perfect example. Last year, I went on vacation with two girls that I was friends with. One of the girls, I was friends with her for 4 years. She was older. She was in her 40s, right? The other girl, I met her at my old job. So we were friends for about two years, I'll say. And she was younger. She was in her 20s. So me and the 20-something-year-old, we already paid for the trip for Puerto Rico, right? I already put the hotel on my card. We already paid for our flights. We were sitting next to each other on the plane. So I ended up talking to the 40-something-year-old. Let's call her Gemini because she was a Gemini, and the Virgo was the 20-something-year-old I already had planned the vacation with, okay? So me and Gemini already had tension because she was being disrespectful. Like her mouth is being disrespectful. In 2020, she tried to blame me, saying I told her baby father she was cheating. And I said, how the hell would I tell your baby father you're cheating? I don't know your baby daddy's number. So she started to cause drama in my life. And I told her, this is a warning. Don't cause any more drama. I'm going to have to end our friendship. I do not condone, I do not tolerate drama. So I gave her a warning. I don't just cut people off, guys. I always give people warnings. But the thing about it is people think chosen ones are a joke because of our good hearts, because of our kindness, because of how many strikes we give people, right? So that tension was already there. So she says to me, oh, I wish I was going on vacation. I said, oh, Maybe you can plan something. I said, oh, but I'm about to go to Puerto Rico. She's like, what? What do you mean you're going to Puerto Rico? And let me tell you something about this. I thought this was very interesting because her attitude, guys, was always, I'm not going to invite you to things, but whenever you're doing something, you should tell me about it. I noticed that. So pay attention when friends do that. It's like they want access to the chosen one. They want to be around the chosen one. They want the fun. They want to know all the details in your life, but when it comes to you, they don't invite you to the fun things. No, they use you as an emotional toilet bowl, right? And this is how that girl was. She always just wanted to like have fun with me, but never really include me, right? Especially knowing that I don't have family, she would never like invite me to her gatherings and things like that. It was always how can I say, I was her convenient type of friend. There you go. So we already had tension before we went on this trip. So of course it was going to come up on the trip. Now I warned the Virgo girl. I said, listen, me and this girl have tension. So if me and her were to get into it, I'm going to let you know. He said, bye, Muhammad. you too much. So anyway, long story short, we go to Puerto Rico. They never met each other. The Gemini and the Virgo never met each other, right? Me and the Gemini, we get into it on the trip. I stay calm because, guys, I'm not going to lie. I have a temper. When I'm pushed, I have a temper. I'm a Leo. I'm a fire sign. I see flames. If you really, truly disrespect me, I suggest you run. Like, it takes me a while to get there, but I'm very nice. But my dark side is, I would be scared. I would be scared if I was you, to say that way. So I was quiet, right? We're in the hotel room. She's crying. She's going into victim mode after she's disrespected me. And I told her she disrespected me on this trip. She goes into victim mode, guys. She starts crying in the hotel room. First of all, the hotel is on my card. It was like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. I wanted to kick her out of my room, but I didn't. I wanted to kick her out the room. I could have been a bitch about it and kicked her out in the middle of the night in Puerto Rico because honestly, the room was in my name. Her name wasn't on the hotel room. It was just me and the other girl's name. She's like, oh, why aren't you talking to me? You know those people that if you go into shutdown mode, they want to provoke you? She's one of those kind of people. So I told her, don't provoke me. You're gonna regret it. Leave me alone. It is best that I am silent because if I explode on you, you're gonna get hurt. And keep in mind, this girl's like 90 pounds. I'm 200 and something pounds. If I hurt her, who you think they was gonna arrest? So I didn't swing on her because one hit, she would have been knocked the hell out, right? You know what I did? I left my own hotel room and went and sat down in the lobby for hours and talked to my boo at the time. Guys, I said to myself, and he calmed me down. I could have fought her. I could have threw her over a balcony. I had self-control. When you go on vacation, whatever you had going on at home, the feelings of those people is going to erupt, guys. I'm telling you, it's going because when you're on vacation, y'all have to survive together. You're in another country, different language, you have to respect each other's time and space. You're in a room together. It's a lot of elements, right? It's almost like living with somebody when you go on vacation and you start to see different things about that person. So let me tell you, the other bitch, the Virgo, when I calm down, I come back to the room. These two are in the bed together. She doesn't know this girl. How have we been friends? You don't know this girl. You just met this girl 2 days ago when I introduced you to her on the trip. They're sleeping in the bed together when I get back in the hotel room. Like, I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy. And this is the type of shit that happens with chosen ones. Let these people who have the same type of spirit, let them go be together. Them two flew back together. I changed my flight to stay in Puerto Rico. I didn't want to even be on the plane with these bitches. I changed my flight to 10 p.m. They left around 2 p.m. I said goodbye. God bless. The day before we left, we were on a boat trip. I'm talking to the people on the boat, other people, because we had went like on this kind of like a yacht trip, right? Them two is like their best friends or something. After I was disrespected on my own trip that she invited herself on. This is the stuff that happens, okay? I said, no problem. Them two were like spirits, no problem. That was just God showing me who they were. And I did tell the story too. It was so funny. While we were at breakfast, I think it was the last day, we went to breakfast, right? We went to the beach and we went to breakfast. This millionaire guy came out of nowhere and approached me, right? He said, can I sit next to you? This is God talking. I'm telling you, chosen one, pay attention. Pay attention to shit like this. So it was this, I found out this guy was a millionaire, right? So he sat next to me. He said, can I sit here? He's like, are you an artist? Like, who are you? There's something about your energy. Like, who are you? Do you sing? Do you rap? Like, you just look like an artist. I said, no. I said, I do poetry. And he said, come on, spit something. I said, no. I found that he was a music exec. And he took out $100 bill. He said, I want to pay for your food. And the waitress came over and said she already paid. So he gave me $100. And then he looked at them too. And he took another $100 bill out and he put it in the middle and slid it over to them. And he said, it was so great meeting you. How, rest a good vacation or whatever. And maybe I'll see you around. He said, I live in Puerto Rico for 6 months out of the year. And the rest I live back in California. I said, all right, I hope I see you again. And that right there let me know I was nothing like them. So a lot of times, chosen ones, you hanging out with these people, you're royalty. You're royalty. They're not. And you should have seen their faces. You should have seen their faces. They was looking like, who's this bitch to be having the attention of a millionaire? And he was with a woman. So he wasn't trying to holler at me, guys. It was nothing sexual. He was with some beautiful Latina girl in the corner somewhere eating breakfast with her. But I felt like God used that man to show me you were nothing like these two. And you should have seen their faces. They was looking like, why he talking to her? And on top of that, they the two skinny ones. I'm the big girl, right? They was looking like, wow, okay, all right. Sometimes you need to see that, guys. I thought that was so funny. Now I wanted to laugh. Because God, angels will show you who you are. All right. And I was just smiling and laughing. And then after that, we went on the beach. They went off and they were taking photos together. As God, they don't even fucking know each other. I'm their friend. They don't even know. They don't even know each other. They taking pictures together. Not talking to me like I'm the enemy. Like I did something for correcting one of them for disrespecting me on my own trip that she invited herself on. And I blocked them. When I got home, guys, I blocked their asses. I blocked their asses. And the one that disrespected me, the girl, she was sending me requests on Cash App. She tracked me down on WhatsApp. She was emailing me. She was texting me. She was going crazy. Where are you? Why won't you talk to me? Please talk to me. This isn't right. How dare you cut me off? And they're going to do that, guys, because they want control of you. They want your energy. She knows I was a good friend, but because the chosen one is so kind, they're going to take you for a joke. So I don't play that no more. I allow my Dark side to protect me now. Don't play with me. I'm not the one to play with. Go play in traffic. Go play with your mama. Go play with yourself. Don't play with me. And I'm not about that love and light shit no more. And you got to have a heart where you're able to cut people off, chosen ones. You have to be able to have that detachment, guys. You have to be able to have that detachment. Go play with your kids. Exactly. You have to you can't always be in love and light, chosen one, because you have more attacks. You have more spiritual attacks than a normal person. So you think these demons that approach you, they're going to love and light? No, you got to be like, try me if you want, because I'm protected by God. I'm protected by my ancestors. I'm protected. Whoever you believe in, let these demons know you're protected. I did email the other girl, the Virgo girl. I emailed her because she's younger. She's like 24. She's young. That's a baby to me. 24. I was doing stupid crap at 24, but I let her know, you effed up and this was your one strike, but I have to cut you off because you are showing signs that there's something wrong with you. You have an insecurity problem. And for you to disrespect me and take sides with a woman who you just met 2 days ago shows me there's something wrong with you. So sometimes you're going to have to tell people about themselves. I used to not want to tell. I used to be like, no, I'm just going to cut them. Tell people about themselves, guys. I'm telling you. She'll never forget me. Trust indeed. As long as that girl lives, she'll never forget me. You have to tell people the truth about them. Let me see. You said she was a narcissist. Joe says she was a narcissist. I think she was. She was a more like a Jezebel type of spirit. She used men. She treated men like crap. She used men for money. She was very sexual. She had like a lot of sexual energy. So yeah, I think she was a narc, but she just had a very intense Jezebel spirit. And the other girl was very beautiful. She was an Indian girl, but she had very low self-esteem because of her father was very abusive. Very sad. I think she has more potential than the other girl, the narcissistic girl. But no, I don't play that shit. Nope. She was shocked. She really thought I wasn't gonna cut her ass off. Oh yes. I blocked her on everything. The demons in them just want to see you down. Only solution is to cut them off. Exactly. Because it gets worse. See, the more you allow these people to treat you this way, the greater the disrespect gets. And it gets more and more intense. You know, people do things just to see, like, okay, let me see what he or she's going to do. Like, is she going to allow me to do this? And when you do, sometimes you're going to cut people off the first violation. And you know what? I'm not narcissistic in that sense. If somebody feels they got to cut my yellow ass off, they can cut me off too. I am for that. If there's anybody, I've had people cut me off and I said, good luck on your life journey. I did not stalk them. I did not keep calling their phone. Please be my friend. I love you. I left them alone. Don't chase nobody. Even when you get your ass cut off, don't chase nobody, chosen one. Let me see. Always happens. They have to team up and take you on. It's the only way they can compete with your energy. Exactly, Valerie. Yes. Yo, you alone. You alone. When I walk in the room, people shiver. And I'm not saying that in a way that I think I'm all that. It took me years to figure this out. I walk in a room and I'm like so happy to see people ready to drink, ready to eat. And they're just like, hmm. And I'm like, damn, what I do? They got to team up just to feel comfortable in your presence. They can't, their spirit is so trash, so weak, not powerful, to the point that they have to team up together just to stand a chance against the chosen one. Like, are you like, do you know how guys. Oh my goodness. I had to take a sip of my wine. My thing is like, y'all know it couldn't be a lie without me having my red wine. Y'all already know that, right? Okay, guys. Joshua said, I don't chase shit. I used to chase. A lot of us chosen ones used to chase because most chosen ones, we know that friendship and love is scarce for us because our light intimidates people. And we're actually here on the planet to do God's will, to heighten the frequency, right? That's our position, whatever it may be, or to break generational curses in our family. We got work to do. That's the truth, an honest truth. God is like, I ain't send you here to be partying and sexing and doing the most. Like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't tell you. You got to really think about this, guys. Who the hell told us that we are supposed to have 10 friends? Nobody. Who the hell told us that we're going to get married? Nobody. You're here, you have your soul contract, you fulfill your life, and you get up out of here. But nobody promised us these things. You can survive with having one or two friends. You can survive being your own best friend because you can still talk to people. Look, guys, we're here on live, we're talking to each other. You know, you don't have to have an entourage. I think that we get caught up in seeing others is where we get into this mindset. Oh, I'm lonely. I don't have nobody. And don't get me wrong, guys. I get lonely sometimes. It's very rare, but I do get lonely sometimes. And it honestly, it doesn't come from like the lack of friends. It comes from the lack of family. That's really where my loneliness comes from because my mom was like my family, but I've lived 17 years without having a family structure. But I get lonely and be like, damn, like I wish I had a mother. I wish I had a father. So I get lonely because of that, but not because of friends. Because half of these people ain't worth a damn anyway. They're really not. All right, guys, send some donations in. Put money on the chat. Send money to my Cash App. Don't leave your girl hanging tonight because I'm blazing tonight. I can't lie. I'm spent. Let me see. I'm about to put my information in the chat, or you could put money on the super chat, guys. Don't forget that I do take phone session bookings. Let me see. Hold on a minute, guys. Let me just type this in here real quick. I do take phone session bookings. I'm going to pin this to the top of the chat. Okay. Yeah, I do take phone session bookings, guys. Thank you to everybody who has been booking phone sessions. Also, I wanted to thank my homegirl, Carrie Ann. She sent the biggest donation. Thank you, Deep Soul Sounds. Thank you so much for the $10. I wanted to thank my friend Carrie Ann. She sent the biggest donation to me this month of November. I do want to thank Vanessa. Vanessa, I got the most beautiful message from you on PayPal. I want to thank Paula. Oh my God. Thank you so much, Lottie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Let's see. What else? And who else? Yeah, I think that's it. If I forgot your name, please, please, please forgive me. I don't mean to, forget you, basically. So it's like I just didn't get a chance to write your name down, but I do see your donations. I got like 3 videos to do. They're coming. I just was in a funk and I really couldn't concentrate. I had to just how can I say, see, it's a chosen one thing. Like we be by ourselves. And sometimes it could be overwhelming to be by yourselves. Like I love bowling. Let me tell you that I love bowling, but who the hell's going bowling by themselves? It's just like little things like that. So don't get me wrong. There's certain things in life where you're alone, but the higher the frequency, the higher, you're growing spiritually, chosen one. Oh my God. Thank you, Coco. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the love. Um, the higher the frequency, the lonelier you're gonna get. Because you know why? The people around you, they don't want to elevate. Most people are scared. Do you know how scary it is? Change is scary. Some people are so, oh my goodness, thank you, Deep. Thank you so much for the super chat. Do you know how scary it is for change? Do you know how, first of all, I'm a life coach, right? And I realized I can't be friends with unhappy people. Now, we all can be unhappy sometimes. Like the human experience is to be happy, sad, mad, whatever it is, right? To be in your light side, to be in your dark side. We all get those emotions, right? But a person who their whole personality, their whole identity is to be unhappy, stay away from people like that. You're talking to them, you're giving them encouragement, motivation, and they never want to change. That means they're happy with their demons. Leave them alone. You're not going to be able to grow around those people. They're going to try to bring you down. And you know what happens when you're around darkness. You're not going to draw them into the light. No, 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 no. They're going to draw you down to hell with them. They're not coming to the light with you. They're not. They're not. And that has always been something too that I know that chosen ones do. And I don't know if that was the case with Shanquila Robinson, but it's weird. Our non-judging heart gets us in trouble. So it's like God made us this way, but it kind of F's us up too. And this is why we have to use discernment, spiritual discernment, and realizing who is somebody who might be going through something and they want help. And then there's other people who they're energy vampires. Think about this, guys. There's some people who are angels, right? And then there's some people who are demons, but a lot of times you get caught up trying to change the demons. What if that's what the demon's supposed to be doing on this planet? Why are you trying to turn a demon into an angel? They're on this planet to stir up chaos, just like the angels are there to protect. There's light, there's dark. Some people don't believe in light and dark and good and evil and all that. They think that everything is one. I just think that they both work together. I think that we should have a light side and a dark side. But I'm more of a light-sided person. And I think most chosen ones are. We have a guilt system. But no, chosen ones judge. I want you to judge. I want y'all to judge people like nobody's business because it's going to save your life. If you judge people, it will save your life. I'm telling you. And it's sad that, people be plotting on your womb, sisters. They be plotting they be trying to get you pregnant, right? I know I'm going off on a tangent, but this is what's coming. Spiritual downloads are coming in. Some people will date you, chosen one. They want to get you pregnant or they want to get pregnant by you to throw off your destiny. So please be careful with that, guys. I'm telling you. And we already talked about how fast it is through sex, through the eyes, people looking you in your eyes. That's why I be having my sunglasses on a lot to exchange and get that energy from you. So I remember I used to talk to this guy, the one that did the love spell on me, and he said to me, the fastest way to get into somebody's soul is through sex and through their eyes. So please, guys, please be careful who you're dating. I don't care how fine they are. A lot of these people that chosen ones meet, they're not your friend. They're not supposed to be your lover. They are your spiritual assignment. That's it. They're your spiritual assignment. You're not supposed to be friends with them. If you feel like you need to save that person, they're probably a spiritual assignment. If every time you turn around, they're complaining about life, but you see no movement, you see no action, you don't see the motivation for them to want to do better. So they say, I'm hungry. You say, well, okay, I'll give you food. I don't want no food from you. Then how you hungry? Get away from people like that, because when it's a spiritual assignment, they're going to accept they might be uncomfortable, but they're going to accept the help and the love that you're giving them. Those people who stay in their misery, they complain all the time, they don't want help. That ain't no spiritual assignment. That's a damn energy vampire. And chosen ones, 90% of your friends are energy vampires. They met you and they said, yeah, she got that good light. Yeah, he got that good light. Perfect. I'm going to use them to charge up on. I'm not going to do my spiritual work. I'm not going to do my shadow work. I'm not going to do my healing work. I'm not booking no damn life coach, no therapist. I'm not going to take accountability. I'm not going to address my childhood traumas. I'm just going to use Angelique. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use her to charge up on. Chosen ones, you're like a freaking socket. When you charging up, you want to charge up your phone. This is how these demons are using you. And people be like, they don't teach this in school. They don't tell you that by just talking to you and they're emotionally dumping on you, they feel better. I'm always having to tell people, oh, gotta go. Okay, you know how many text messages I look at? I'd be like, oh, you sick? Well, okay, feel better. I hope God heals you. And I roll over, go back to sleep. I don't even think about it because they energy vamping. And people be like, Angelique, how you like that? You know why? Because I've been seeing this over and over. When you become in tune with your spirit, you're gonna feel when somebody's being authentic or when they're energy vamping. I know when people are full of shit. Because when it's real, I can feel it all here, all up in my head, all up in my body. I feel it everywhere. I can hear God speaking to me. But when it's somebody who's energy vamping, it's like a hollow feeling. It feels fake. It feels like I'm watching a movie. I don't feel anything. Pay attention to how your body reacts when you're around these fake ass friends. You shouldn't be getting no stomach ache, no headaches, no anxiety, depression when you go hang out with somebody. Come on now. Oh, oh man. Hold on a minute. Let me look at these. I don't know. Y'all going off in the chat. I was just talking. I forgot I was supposed to check my email. Woo. These fake friends. It's sad, chosen one. But that's thank you, Angela, for the cash app. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't mind y'all putting money on the chat, but y'all know what? YouTube takes 30% of the money y'all give to me on the chat. So sometimes put half the on the chat, on super chat, and then half the money to my cash app, because YouTube takes 30% out. Basically. But anyway, I want y'all to start studying vibrations, because that's what's going to help you. I know a lot of y'all not into astrology and things like that. Y'all don't got to get into that, that takes years and years of studying. But that has helped me as well. But please pay attention to body language. I'm thinking to myself, I don't know if y'all seen the video of Shanquila when they were supposed to be getting in the pool, and she's looking for her friends, right? And I was like, hold on. She doesn't feel that energy. Like, even watching the video, she's walking around like, where y'all at? It don't take you that long to get naked. I'm going back to Shanquila Robinson's story. Start looking up the videos, right? It will please judge others to save yourself. Exactly, Cinnamon. And when she walks in the room, the camera is towards the friends, not herself. And they look like, that everyone's looking down at their phone and they're not really responding to her. Like, girl, unless she was intoxicated, how you didn't feel that energy? How you didn't feel that? Like, that energy when you walk in a room and somebody's been talking about you, everybody gets awkward and quiet. It was that energy. That's the energy you feel when you're around these fake ass friends. How she didn't feel that, guys, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she was too intoxicated. I don't know. Maybe she was drugged. I don't know. I would have felt something. I would have been like, and she had money too, so I would have been like, oh yeah, I'm going for a walk. I would have got the hell up out of that villa. It's sad. It's terrible. We have to really pay attention to body language. It is going to save our lives, guys. It's going to save your life. And thinking about her story, I know that y'all went through this even in childhood. I remember like just from childhood, when I think back, I never really had friends. I probably can count on one hand. Like, that's the chosen one life. I want you to like think back to your childhood, guys. It's not something that just happened in your adulthood. Like, you don't have friends now. Some of you, I did hear some chosen ones say, oh, I've had my best friend for 15. Do you know how blessed you are if you're a chosen one and you have a best friend who's genuine? And here's what's funny. I've met some people and they're like, oh yeah, I have a best friend. I meet their best friend. Their best friend's toxic as fuck. And I'm like, that's their best friend? Okay. I guess they're used to the abuse. But when I started thinking back, my entire life was like that. So this is in the beginning. For those of you who are young chosen ones, pay attention to these signs, in your children or yourself. Think to childhood, or if you're in college age, think about it. Every friend circle you're in, you're always this outcast. They do things without you. They don't invite you. They don't like taking pictures of you, with you or for you. They don't post you. All right, that's like a red flag for me. This one girl who texted me on Thanksgiving, oh, I'm so thankful for your friendship. But she'll post all these people and be like, oh, I love you, and tagging these friends. She's never posted me. That's chosen one shit. They're not going to post you. Are you kidding me? They're not going to post you because they know if they post the chosen one on their social media, it's a wrap for them. The guy or the girl that they like is going to be DMing you like, hey, what's good? Okay. She got that light. He got that light. What's good? They know that you outshine them, guys. They don't invite you out with a group of friends. You see them hanging out. They're partying with a group of people, but they only meet you alone. They don't want nobody to be around the chosen one. Think about that. Chosen ones don't get invited out. I once had this girl, I'll never forget this. She was a narc. It was her birthday. She said, hey, can you come shopping with me? You have a good fashion sense. I want to go pick out a dress. So I said, okay, sure. So we drive all the way to Long Island. I live in Queens. We drive all the way to Long Island. We go to a dress shop and she's trying on dresses. So I'm like bringing her dresses to her dressing room and she's trying them on. She picked a dress. So then I said, well, you picked the dress. Okay, cool. So I saw this beautiful, I don't even like purple, but purple was my mom's favorite color. So I said, oh, let me try this purple dress on. It was so beautiful. It was like satin and, bodycon. It was just beautiful. It had the boobs out and everything. And I tried this dress on. And when I walked out, she was like, oh, I'm not buying that dress. I'm buying that dress on you. And I was like, oh, okay. She bought the dress that I tried on, guys. I only tried on one dress the entire time we were in the store because it really wasn't about me. It was about her. It was her birthday. She wore the dress. And then she said back then was like 40/40 Club was like Jay-Z's club. And I think it's still open, but it was like really a big deal because it had like just opened like not too long ago. And she was like, yeah, I'm going to do VIP at 40/40. And I'm like, yeah, I can't wait to go to 40/40. This girl had me come to her house, help her with her makeup, do her hair. She got dressed. And I'm like, well, what's the information? Do you know that she was like, oh, no, I mean, I'm going with these other friends. You can't come with me. This is how they do the chosen one, guys. This chick used me to help her pick her dress out, her shoes out, her makeup, her hair. I don't even think the bitch paid me. Went to 40/40 Club without me. And later on admitted, like, yeah, I couldn't have you there because you always outshine me. And keep in mind, all her friends were the skinny little baddie types. She wasn't worried about the skinny baddie types with the BBLs and the implants. She was worried about me, the chosen one. This is how they treat you. They don't want the chosen one there. You outshine them. Yeah, you can go to the corner store with them. You can go to the diner. But a party, a vacation, nah. Oh no, because nobody even looks at them. Nobody pays attention to them when the chosen one is around. But instead of them elevating themselves, they want to take you out. Mm-hmm. Yes, you're the problem. You're the problem because you're shining, not them. Like, what the hell my light got to do with you? Do you know how psychotic that is? Your light in life and your calling on your life, that ain't got nothing to do with them. Why the hell they in your business? That lets you know these people are demons. They're psychotic, guys. What you saying? They know you. They live with their karma daily, shine bright like a diamond. Valerie says they know you are the standard that they can't compete with. Exactly. Coco said, I wonder if she ever got her karma for doing that. Oh, she got plenty of karma, guys. That girl ended up getting pregnant by a guy she barely knew and he left her. She still lives in the projects. Nothing wrong with the projects, but she never like did anything really with her life. She just ended up in a project, and she can sing like just as good as Whitney Houston. So she had talent. She had talent. I ain't gonna even front. The girl can sing her ass off. I even was trying to manage her and get her gigs at one point, but she was like, "Oh, I don't want to work." So she chose to have a baby and live in the projects, and that's what she's doing with her life. She's one of those narcissists. She actually showed up to my house one day after 3 years of me ghosting her. She showed up to my house, and I was talking to her outside of my window, like, what are you doing here? She was like, come outside. You think I went outside, guys? I wasn't scared of her, but people are so crazy. They watch you on social media. This bitch showed up to my house, guys. She showed up to my crib. I didn't go outside because this bitch could have stabbed me, anything. They're that psychotic. She was like, come outside, come outside. Like, you don't want to talk to me outside? I was like, no, you can talk to me right here at this window. Chosen ones, don't ever put yourself in no situation like that. I did not go outside. I ain't scared of the girl, but my spirit guides was like, don't go outside. That bitch is crazy. I don't think I'm chosen one, just unlikable my whole life, but I love your stream, sis. Oh, thank you, Valentina. Yeah, definitely, even if you are, I guess they will call you a targeted individual, the information will still apply. You may not be a chosen one, but you could be a targeted individual. And targeted individuals go through the same shit that chosen ones go through. Okay? So don't even feel no kind of way. Why do some narcs become so obsessed? Because they view you as property. Narcs view you as property. Narcs view you as supply. And in their mind, they're the ones that can cut you off. You can't cut them off. They own you. You're like their slave. You're their energetic slave. So how dare you tell me that you're gonna cut me off? So they go batshit crazy when you beat them to it and you discard them first. And they have insecurity and ego issues. So um, if they have insecurity and ego issues, you when you cut them off, you build up a narcissistic uh, injury, they call it, right? So you hurt their ego, you hurt their false mask of who they think they are. So that's why they get obsessive. They start stalking you, acting crazy, because they just want to will you back in to finish you off. Now they want to punish you. They don't care what they did to you. It doesn't matter if they beat you, essayed you, cheated on you, robbed you. It doesn't matter what they did. They don't see that. They'll turn around and say, well, yeah, I did cheat on you, but I cheated on you because you ain't shit. You made me cheat on you. Everything's about everyone else. They don't take accountability for anything. So when they get obsessive because they view you as property, they own you, they own your energy. How dare you cut me off? I know I was mistreating you, but cut me off? You can't cut me off. They're freaking crazy. India! Hi, babes. Yeah, India, your video is coming up soon. It'll be posted tomorrow or Monday. Bear with me, okay? Let me see. Universal Human said, Shanquila's story freaked me out because that always happens with a group of old friends. I would say something and they would ignore me. I was so naive, but they got their karma. Yep. I just keep praying that the narc X will finally get it one day. They will. Pray that it's sad to say, but if y'all have like a narc, like it's sad. What I do is I'll say direct that energy to someone else. It's easier sometimes for the narc to stop thinking about you if they have another victim. It's sad to say, but yeah, most narcs left me alone because they had another victim to play with. Asked Chrissy said no. Her need to be loved and acceptance was a far greater than her discretion. We've all been there. Hers ended tragically. Exactly. Yep. It's so sad. And it's sad that there's going to be people, I said this before, like there's some chosen ones who actually die. Like my favorite chosen one is Malcolm X. Like Malcolm X died for the cause. There are some chosen ones who actually die, and their death is not in vain, but it was just cut short to actually trigger something on the universe. Like everyone's talking about this story, guys. Everybody's talking about Shanquila. And I didn't really want to talk about it because it's not enough details, but it doesn't matter. Whatever details do come out, we can learn a huge lesson from this. Like I always said, people who are jealous of you can kill you. Like that's the next step up. Once somebody's jealous of you, their mind could run rampant to anything. They want to take you out. They want to take you out. You have something that they want. You have that light. When I watched that video, I already knew. Universal Human, thanks for confirming the whole judgment. I stay judging people. Yes, judge people, guys. It will save your life. Judging people will save your life. Jessica E, oh my God, the hollow feeling. I've been trying to figure out how to describe it. Yes, that hollow feeling. You feel it. It's funny because even the hollow feeling, you feel that a lot with narcs. Like, there's nothing there. Like when you're around a narc or you're around a demon, it's like someone's home, but the lights are off. You get it? It's like, oh, the last narc I was around, his eyes were like You know how like you can look at my eyes and you could be like, even though they look like a little watery, but you can see life in them. You know, like I can't explain it, but with narcs, there's like nothing there. Like I would be looking at his eyes and it's like I wanted to be like, hello, is anybody there? There's like nothing. I'm like, I know that everyone's calling it, what's it called? NPC? Like saying that some humans are actually fake. Humans, some people are actually fake. I felt like this guy is fake. Like I have never seen such a empty vessel up close like that. And you know, we would be talking. I couldn't look him in the eyes, guys. It was scary. I was just like, how did he get like that? Like what it just he was just a body. There was nothing, there's nothing there. There's nothing there. But he knew that I knew. You know a lot of these demons, they know when you know. They know when you know. It's like it's almost like they talk to you telepathically. And I hope I'm not going too weirdly deep on you guys, but it's like I can't explain it. It's like they know that you know, and that's why a lot of them disappear on you. They're like, game over. He or she knows. They know. It's just this, and I think back to like the narcissistic men that I've been with, and I'm like, oh my God, how did I sleep with that damn demon? And I can see like photos of them on social media now, and I'm like, they're gone. This one guy, his eyes were black in the photo, and I'm like, how did I not see that? His eyes were black. The white part was black. But a lot of people don't know this type of thing. The eyes are the window to the soul. Oh my goodness. Michael Cohen. Damn, that's facts. Let me see. Uh Essential said, my daughter's dad, I was having baby fever, ended up having her, but I wasn't ever going to stress him out. He ended up getting with and having two kids by someone else. Evil, black eyes. He know I'm good. That's so sad. The veil is getting thinner every year to me. Yes, Fa, it is. The veil is getting so thin, guys. It's like, I don't know, some of y'all know what the veil is, but it's like the spiritual and the physical realm. Like there's no lining. Oh my God. Let's talk about that. Like, I'm starting to see more and more, right? I think we talked about this already, where I'm starting, don't think I'm crazy, guys. Like, I'm starting to see like shadows and things like that. Something else that's been happening, I'm smelling spirits on people. I know this sounds weird, but I can literally, people don't realize that, but a lot of demonic people, they stink funky. My nose be burning when I go in public. My eyes be burning. I'm like, oh. You know how like you smell like a fire and you smell like the smoke? Every day. I live in New York City, so I'm surrounded by so many people. I have to go like this every second, walking up the train steps, walking on the bus, or putting my mask on. It's so strong. People are filled with so much demons. People are living in darkness. I'm starting to smell people. It's it's bad. So don't be surprised if your spiritual gifts are increasing. You're seeing more, you're hearing more, you're tasting more, and forget about it, guys. Food, I'm probably going to be skinny by next year. I already had weight loss surgery, but I'm going to be skinny by next year because food is disgusting. If I cook it, it tastes fine. But if I like eat certain things, do you know how much food I threw out I threw out so much food, guys. It's disgusting. Food is nasty. I don't even think they're using real meat, your real products. Something's off. So as you start to elevate spiritually, guys, you're gonna start to be able to see more in people, and don't let it freak you out. And believe what you see in people. All right, believe what you see, believe what you're seeing in people. Let me see what y'all saying. Let me go back. Ask Chrissy says, they can always see our gifts before we can see it. That's the thing. The chosen ones, we never see our gifts. We never, because our whole family gaslights us. Oh, Antoine. Hopefully I didn't butcher your name. He's in Korea. Hey, all the way in Korea. Let's see. Valerie said the most deranged things narcs do is show up at your house and expect you to Yo, those narcs are crazy. They show up at your job. Yeah, how I've had narcs in the past show up at my job, call my job, trying to track me down and all of that. I'm like, these people are nuts. Guilt, shame, and fear are the narc bread and butter. Yep. Joshua says he's leaving this state. Valerie said, God used her to teach the rest of us. My people perish for the lack of knowledge. Yep. Yep. If people don't learn from this situation with Shanquila, I'm going to be like, guys, come on now. Come on. Like, how many people have to die for us to realize these people aren't our damn friends? They're not our friends. I'm laughing because it's unbelievable. I'm not laughing about her, death. I'm laughing about the naiveness of us. Today, this guy knew that I'm gonna ghost him and acted the same today. He's like, let me get out whatever I want to do to her or him. Oh gosh, they do know when you know. Yeah, they know immediately. You know why the narc or the negative friend, you know how they know? It's all energy. It's all spiritual, guys. I know a lot is happening in the physical world to us, but it's all spiritual. Okay, I had a narc say to me once. Me and her were hanging out, and she dropped me off home. And as I got out the car, she looked at me and she said, "Don't you dare pull away." And I looked at her like, "What the hell?" She said, "Don't you dare pull away." They know immediately. You know how they know too? They watch your body language, because demons, they don't have the same human mannerisms. They don't have the empathy. They don't have this, they don't have those emotions like humans. Yeah, they're in the human body, but that spirit doesn't have the human emotions. So they've been watching you. So they know that when so let me give you an example. Oh, I know that if I mention her mother, she'll start to play with her hair like this. So I know it bothers her. If I mention her being broke, she'll start to get nervous. They paid attention to all your mannerisms. They trained you. They know. That's why when you're going to go no contact, starve them out. Things that trigger you, that bother you, don't give no reaction to it. I use this on my narc grandmother all the time, right? Like towards the end. So I had said to her, oh no. So the things that she used to say to me, she'll be like, "Oh, you're so ugly, you're so fat and ugly, and this and that." And I'll be like, right? You know what? You're right. I am fat and ugly. You're right. Have a good day. God bless. Even if it hurts you guys, don't ever show the reaction of the truth, because then they can't win. They need to get that energy from you. They're watching your body language. Don't switch up. You're about to leave your narc wife or husband, get up in the morning, cook the breakfast like you normally do. Oh, bye, honey. Have a good day at work. And by the time they get home from work, the whole house is empty. Don't skip a beat with them, because they've studied you. They listen to everything you say, the things that make you happy, the things that make you sad. They've been watching you. They watch your body language. They know how you are when you're hungry, when you're sad, when you're horny. They know everything about you. They know how to get to you. They study your weaknesses. so they can hurt you, so they can trap you, they can keep you. These people are sick. I study people too now. That's one thing I've learned for the narc is to study people. I study people. There's never a time where I'm gonna break up with a guy and or I know a guy's probably seeing another girl. I already know. I know the relationship's over. So when he's like, "Oh, it's over," or we just fade away, I'm not surprised because I know your body language. I know at 2 p.m. you eat your cereal with your left hand and then you scratch your forehead. I study people. That's what narcissists taught me, to study people, to read energy in the room, and to watch people's mannerisms. You'll learn so much. They said even serial killers mess up. Well, when you watch some documentaries, even a serial killer slip up, guys. Studying narcissism is the best thing you can ever do to protect yourself. Yep. They even teach their children. Supernova said, yep, so true. Hey girl, how you been? Beyonce said, you're so right. I experienced it. Most of my friends have been trash. They always became envious of me. I'm working on healing the parts of me that will no longer attract these types of people. Good. Yeah, it's like we have to realize our worth. I think it's how we were raised, and when you're raised a certain way, and not everybody was not all chosen ones were raised like in a narcissistic home or a toxic home. Um, it's that you can even be you could have even been raised by docile type of parents or weak type of parents, or your parents was love and light. Like the guy I talked to, that's how he was raised. So he's naive. I'm not gonna lie. He's gotten much better, but his parents were very religious and they didn't train him about the world. So sometimes some chosen ones, your parents didn't prepare you for these demons. My mother didn't either. She was trying to protect me so much that she failed to protect me from her own husband who hurt me. She didn't warn me about these things, but then she didn't teach me, but then would turn around and say, Angelique, you know that's not your friend. Why are you talking to her? Bitch, you didn't teach me nothing. I ain't call my mother a bitch, but that's what I wanted to say. Like, she didn't teach me, and my mother didn't have good friends either. All my mother friends were jealous of her. I remember my mom had a friend, and it's crazy. I end up being that friend's that my mother's friend's daughter friend. And when we got older, I remember my mom had a friend, and I noticed every time my mom dated a guy, my friend's mom would go and date the same guy my mom was dating. Chosen one shit. And I'm like 12, 13 years old looking like, didn't my mom just date that guy like 2 months ago? Didn't my mom sleep with that guy? Why is her mother, every guy my mom dated, my friend's mom would go behind my mother and try to sleep with the guy or date him? This happens. Don't even let your best friend slide. Watch these people around you because they're trying to figure out, what is it about you? What's that juice you got? I call it juice. And it's a secret competition. So it's like, these people are sick. Anybody would sleep with you. No offense. It's not hard to sleep with a man. That I can go outside right now and go, who want me? And men will become running. That's not an accomplishment to sleep with someone. But in their head, they're like, well, if I can sleep with the chosen one, man or woman, that means I'm just as good as them. No, it means that you nasty. It means you're insecure. But this is how these demons think. And we let this slide. I remember being like 12, 13, going, Mom, you don't think that's weird? And she's like, yeah, it is. But I mean, what am I going to do? I'm not dating him anymore. I can't tell her not to. And that same friend, when we got to be in our 20s, what do you think she did? she was running after guys that I already had slept with. And I'm like, girl, like, you know what me and him did? You feel comfortable with that? Uh-huh, I'm okay with it. Okay. But this is the weird things that happen to chosen ones. It's weirdo shit. You can't move like an average person. You can't. You're not average. You can't move like an average person. You know how like most people like, oh, I went to high school and we're best friends, or I went to college with them, we're besties. No, that stuff do not happen to chosen one. This ain't no Lifetime movie, no Disney movie. No, we do have miracles that happen in our life. Miraculous things happen in our life. But when it comes to relationship and love and family structure, throw it out the window, throw it out. No. It's almost like it's gotta be divine timing, divine energy. It's gotta be your soul tribe. You're not gonna be making friends and getting love the average way that everyday humans do. No. Mm-mm. It doesn't work that way. If there's any chosen ones in the chat that it worked that way for them, put me on, because I've never seen it. I've never seen it. Oh boy, let me see. Oh, what y'all saying? We have to heal from the narcs that raised us. Yup. You know what? I'm going to start studying them intently. Yup. Study people's body language. No self-respect. Yes, protecting your child is great, but they should be aware of people's evil ways too. Yeah, you have to warn your children. I wish that my mom did that. She threw me in the water to learn. And then when she saw me learning, I think it hurt her. So she would be like, "Oh, why are you letting people treat you like that? You don't deserve that." So every child is different. Chosen ones were so kind-hearted that we allow a lot of shit to slide. Click like on this video when y'all come in the chat. Supernova said, I haven't been in the mood to cook. Me either, but I have to because the food outside be nasty as hell. I did cook tonight. I made some yellow rice and beans, and I made some salmon, and I had this Caribbean mango sauce on it from Whole Foods. Ooh, it was so good. So, so good. I'm glad I didn't order no food. India said it's mostly white people, but it's black too. What? What are you talking about? Man, let me tell you something. Demons don't discriminate. Yes, I've had horrible experiences with white people, but I've had horrible experiences with black people too. Demons don't discriminate. They be in everybody's body. They be in everybody's body. I'm telling you guys. Sometimes we feel like we can trust our people, whether you're white and you feel you can trust white people more, or you're black, or whatever you are. You feel like you can trust your race, or you feel like you can trust I see that a lot in New York. A lot of people be like, perfect example. I remember I have some hurt from Africans. I'm gonna be real with you. So a lot of Africans in New York, their family like told them, "Oh, you can't hang out with Angelique because she's American." This happens, and I'm like, what? And I remember I went home at the time. My narc grandmother was alive, and I'm like, oh, my friend, she's Nigerian, and her mom told us we can't be friends anymore because I'm American. My grandmother was like, what? Tell her to get the fuck out of our country. My grandmother went crazy. She's like, don't ever let nobody talk to you like that. Nobody is better. Are you kidding me? We're Native American. This is our land. She went crazy. And this happens, So I've been mistreated by Black people, and it's such a separation, even like between Americans and Africans or Caribbeans and Africans. I don't call myself African American. I am Native. I'm Black. Cause I know Black is a color, but I consider myself a Black American. My family, my dad's side is Indigenous, and my mom side of the family is Black American and Cuban, which to me is Black. I know I'm yellow, but I consider myself a Black woman, and I still get hurt from all different types of ethnicities, and I've met African narcs, white narcs, Black American narcs, Spanish narcs. Okay, my two best friends, they were Puerto Rican. Okay, I know it's not a race, but they were Puerto Rican, and so I met a lot of Hispanic narcs. I grew up in a Spanish neighborhood, so a lot of my friends were Dominican or Puerto Rican, and demons, they don't discriminate. They be running all up and down these families. But I will say there's a lot of heaviness in West Indian culture and African culture. That's something I notice. It's very intense, very intense. In some Southern people too, because the slave trade went through there. So there's a lot of spirits and narcissism attached to these ethnicities because of how they're raised, their background, their culture, and because of slavery. I know I just said a lot. Land of the chosen, what's that? Goes in studios, you are my people. To any other country, there is no black or white. We are all American. Yeah, that's true. That's true. You're a yellow bone. Yeah, I know. I'm so yellow. My dad was dark skinned, believe it or not, but he didn't give me no color, guys. I'm pale. How does it feel to kiss a narcissist? In your opinion, goddess? Um, Believe it or not, a lot of narcs have sex demons attached to them. So some of my best sexual experiences were with narcissists. So it felt great, but my mindset was different. So I haven't been with a narc. I think the last time I was with a narc in an intimate way was 2018. Yeah, around 2017, 2018 was the last time I kissed or was intimate with a narc. And I want to say, um, it felt good physically, but not spiritually. And I think this narcissist definitely has sex demons on him because I could not get him out of my mind. And I'm not one of those women who can get like penis whipped, dick whipped. I'm not one of those women. Like once it's over, I'm like, okay, great. Okay. I can still see the truth about you. But it's almost like they have this soul tie on you. Like I kept thinking about this guy. I could not get him off my mind. I even thought about him up until like 2020. And I only slept with this guy twice, this narc twice. And after like the second time, I was like, this is weird. This feels like witchcraft. And I blocked him. I blocked his number and blocked him on Instagram and never spoke to him again. So yeah, I think once you're spiritually in tune, sex with narcissists is not going to feel good because I think you're not just physical. When you're growing spiritually, you want everything. You want to feel like you're in tune with the person you're being with. It's not just, oh, I just want my body to feel good. Like you want to feel connection, you want to feel some type of emotion. That's just my opinion. You grow mentally and spiritually. So the things that used to satisfy me when I was younger and naive dealing with narcissists will never work now. I would not let a narcissist touch me. I want to throw up. Oh, because they're just physical. They know how to physically make you feel good. But when you think about it, you don't feel the love, you don't feel the respect. It's just good physically. That's it. They have very good skills, but that's it. He said, no, they don't. Soul ties. Yeah, it's a different. Intimacy with the narcs is different. You broke your sex addictions? Good. Oh my gosh. Anybody who has power of controlling themselves sexually, if you don't have control of yourself sexually, you lose control of your life. Mafia slavery was started by demons and narcs. Yeah, that makes sense. Valerie, I'll look that up. As an African, it's not okay. It's a long history rooted in the colonization of Africans versus, yes, exactly. I hope y'all didn't take that as like me dissing Africans, because I love Africans. I want to go to Ghana because them men in Ghana is fine, okay? The men in Ghana is fine. Like, I have hurt from Africans, but I still want to go to Africa. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still gonna go to Africa, and I want to go to Ghana first. Let's see. You was a yellow bone, a yellowback? Yellowback in Buffalo. I'm like, yellow bone. Let's see. I think I'm Cherokee, and then my mom, I think, what was it called? Pima or Pico Indian? Terrible, I should know. Let me go back and read this. Break free from narcissistic abuse. Good evening from Georgia. Hey, Georgia. I've subscribed to your channel and your content is legit. Thank you so much. Sorry, I just read your comments so late because these comments are coming in fast. Hey, guys, make sure if you haven't donated to me, please donate to me. I appreciate it. Hold on a minute. Where's my thing at? Let me see. Send it to my Cash App and don't put it on the chat because I forgot they take 30% out. Or to my PayPal or Zelle. And let me see. PayPal and Zelle. Here we go. Okay, I'm back. I just had to type that in. But yeah, I do take donations during my live because I be talking up a storm. I be dropping gems. Send $5 to my Cash App, $ the light 777, or PayPal or Zelle, NEO, Angie 3000 at yahoo.com. Thank you to those who put money on the chat already. I really appreciate you guys. All right, let me see what else y'all talk about. India said it could be anyone. They did her dirty in one of the worst ways. Yes. All I could do was pray and keep distance. The eye is the lamp of the body. Valerie says the eye is a lamp of the body. If your eyes are good, your whole body will be full of light. But if your eyes are bad, your whole body will be full of darkness. That sounds like, yeah, your eyes will tell everything. For many years, because I have what they call sampaku eyes. So sampaku eyes, like you see how my eyes are, like you can see the whites at the bottom, the whites on the side, and even the whites on the top. And it's like I think it's a Japanese legend where they say people who have sampaku eyes will have, they have to be very careful because people will try to cross them, or they'll have a lot of turmoil and trauma in their life. I mean, it is kind of true, but I'm more protective of myself and my spirit now than I've ever been before. And it's crazy because the rapper that they killed, Takeoff, he has sampaku eyes. Many celebrities, Michael Jackson has sampaku eyes. Princess Diana had them, and you see what happened with them. So if you got some sampaku eyes, you better be watching out for people even harder. I'm Universal One. I thought I was the only one in the world who still has a Yahoo email account. I've had my Yahoo account. Oh my gosh. How long have I had my Yahoo account? I think I counted 15 years before. I think I'm on like year 15. And I'm not getting rid of it. I mean, I have a Gmail account, but I use that for like my personal stuff, like my computer and other personal things. I would never put my Gmail account out in public, you know. Let me go back. Let's see. Did I miss anything? Universal human. My best friend was undercover narc. Okay. I think I'm up to date. Make sure you come in the chat, guys. Please click like for me. I'm getting good feedback on this live. I'm happy about that. What y'all saying now? The Rothschild started. Uh-oh, you gonna be saying these names in this live? The worldwide slave trade. Yo, you want to hear a crazy story? Y'all know, I think they say it's 7 families that rule the world. Is it 5 or 7? Right? I used to memorize this stuff. I learned this stuff when I was like 15, 16. One day, I had a subscriber hit me up talking about they're related to the Rothschilds. And they were asking me, can I have your address? I want to send you some diamonds and gifts. And I was like, hell no. Hell no. I'm good. I tell you, some very weird people on the internet. Guys, you have to be very careful. And I remember they sent me like a $200 donation. I guess they were trying to gain my trust. And I was like, do you want me to give you back the $200? And they got very angry because I wouldn't give them my address. This was like years ago, guys, when I used to do only narcissistic videos. Yeah. That was weird. They said they were living underground. They had left the Rothschild family to stay away. They didn't want their money, but they still had money. They still had diamonds and rubies. I was like, this is weird. I never spoke to her or him again. I never saw, did I see who? No, it was a woman. It was a woman. I was just like, what? Yes, like you study this, like it's so weird. As soon as she said like, oh yeah, I'm from the Rothschild family, I was like, oh hell no, no thank you, I'm good. I was like, you want your $200 back? She was like, no, keep it. She was trying. Guys, this is what I'm drinking. I call it crackhead wine. This is not real wine. This is like drugs or something. I don't know what the hell's in it, but it gets you nice. I love sweet red wine, but they didn't have my brand in the liquor store, so I had to get this because it's pretty sweet, But yes, please be careful, guys. Don't be making friends with these people. Read the signs. But yeah, I was saying earlier, I don't care if you've known or you've been friends with these people for 20 years. All right, it hurts. I get it. I know. There was a woman who I met her through my mother. She used to be my babysitter. I've talked about her before on my channel. She was a psychologist, guys. This is scary. And she had narc tendencies. And as I got older, see, the more powerful, the more in tune the narc becomes, because in the beginning, the more in tune the chosen one becomes, the narc doesn't like that. They saw your light, like we were talking about before in the comments. They see your light before you see your light. So this girl, she always knew, this woman, she always knew who I was. I didn't know who I was. Because I used to be like, why did she keep wanting to be around me? And every time I was around her, I feel like I was on an interview. Does this happen to you too? I feel like I can't be myself sometimes around certain people. I feel like I am always being watched. Like I can't just, have a drink and just party and be lively. No. There's always somebody in my face like, Oh, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? I'm like, yo, I'm just trying to eat some chicken and waffles, have some mimosas. I'm just trying to chill, have some hookah. Can I just chill? But there's always people watching the chosen one. They always want to pick our brain, mimic us. They're paying attention to everything we do. One thing I hate about being a chosen one in this live, I'm on here for almost 2 hours, right? I could be talking about something and I could just say one thing and a person, it's not even about the subject. They'd be like, why did you say that? Why did you say that? People hold on to the chosen one words and you just being yourself. You can't be yourself when you're chosen one. That's why you have to break away from family, break away from the friends a lot of times that you grew up with in your hometown, whether it's big or small, break away from your neighborhood. It's almost like you got to be like, I now I'm kind of moving like I'm in some like witness protection program. I got so mad because it's my fault. I was friends with this guy years ago and I didn't know my god brother gave him my number because he didn't have my number. We had not spoken in 7 years. He's like, oh yeah, I told my family me and you're gonna go on a date next week. I'm like, don't tell your family you're going on a date with me. No. Your family doesn't like me. Your family, I cut your family off. Your family don't fuck with me. Why are you talking about me to your family? And this is why you gotta cut people off, guys. You can't like, I know it's messed up. People be like, they didn't do nothing to you. Why would you not talk to them? Right? But by association, chosen ones, you gotta cut people off. If you're not cool with somebody, a lot of times you gotta cut these people off who are in association to those people. And that was my mistake. I was like, oh, I don't have real beef with him like that. I can't really remember what happened 7 years ago. I think he came to New York and didn't like meet up with me. And I thought that was weird. Like if you talk to someone every single day, why would you not hit me up? He didn't even let me know. He was like posting on social media, like he was all over Queens. And I'm like, that's weird. That's very strange. So we just stopped talking. I didn't not want to be his friend, but I said to him, like, if I came to Houston, because he lives in Houston, I'm like, if I came to Houston and didn't hit you up, would you think it was weird? Yeah, I would. I said, okay, so you see how I feel. We just never continued to talk after that. 7 years passed. My god brother gives this guy my number. He starts texting me. We had about 2 phone conversations. And then he's like, I know we were just, friends. This is why I don't believe in female and male friendships. He's like, oh, I always liked you. And I want to take you out on a date the first weekend in December. And I'm like, huh? I'm like, we can kick it. I'll pay for myself. I told him I'll pay for myself. And this is going to happen too. That's another thing. You're thinking that as a chosen one, you're thinking that your friendship is platonic. That shit ain't platonic. You're thinking that you and your homegirl, you're a woman and you're straight, okay, or you're gay. Your female friends end up falling for you. You're a dude, you're straight, or maybe you're gay, but you're not feeling your friend like that. You're thinking that you're having platonic friendships with these people, guys, and they want you. I'm sure y'all got some stories of your friends trying to sleep with you. So it's either they're hating or they're trying to sleep with you. It's disturbing because you have to think about this. Think about a person who's in corporate, like a CEO, right? That's how like a chosen one is. You're like a spiritual CEO, a spiritual celebrity. For some reason that turns people on. You're minding your business. I have people say, why are you looking at me like that? And I'm like, looking at you like what? Or sexual. Nah. That's you. You're perverted. I'm not looking at you in no kind of way. Just to be around the chosen one, just to be around a high vibrational person, these people be getting all hot and bothered. I even see some of y'all comments. They be like, oh, you cute, Ange. You cute. And whatever. People are going to desire you, chosen ones. You can't be naive. A lot of times they're not your friend. I know you want like this, you want to be a woman and have your male friends and stuff, but no, no, baby. They want to screw you. They do. They're not, they don't look at you like that. They want to screw you. I've had a lot of female friends, the same female friends that were jealous of me trying to sleep with me. I didn't even know they were bisexual. And forget it. If they are narc, they're gonna sleep with you. And that's why I say, chosen ones, you don't have friends. Because it's either they're hating on you, plotting on you, or they trying to sleep with you. That's the crazy thing about it. And I'm hip on it. And I felt the energy. I felt the energy going back to the guy. He's a Gemini too, by the way. Damn Geminis, I better leave me alone. I felt the energy from him. And I was like, this doesn't feel like friendship energy. And then that's when he came out and said, well, yeah, I always liked you. And I'd like to take you on a date next week. So I am going to hang out with him next week, guys, but I'm paying for myself. Okay, I'm paying for myself. This ain't no date. We're just hanging out. He doesn't live in New York anyway. He lives in Houston and he works in Alaska a lot because I think he works on a boat, does something on a ship. I don't know. So I'm not gonna be seeing him anyway. And I am 39 years old. I'm not a booty call. All right, chosen ones, you're not a booty call. You're not I can't tell y'all what to do with your body, but chosen ones, people will try to use you, to be a situationship, to be a booty call. Gemini women are fun. They are fun. They are fun, but I've had a lot of trouble with Gemini women because most of them were narcs. They are fun though. I had a lot of fun with Gemini women, but don't get caught up. A lot of times these people, they don't want to be your friend, guys. They trying to sleep with the chosen one. Okay. They are trying to sleep with the chosen one. I even have people try to book phone sessions. They try to book phone sessions with me, guys. I'm trying to help y'all heal, and y'all trying to help me heal. Come on now. So you're going to have to be aware of that too, because of the powerful, godly aura that chosen ones have. You're going to have friends trying to sleep with you. Be aware of that. And I don't know. I thought that was really interesting with the shanquila. Why was she naked? Why was she naked? Is that something that y'all do? Do y'all get naked with your friends and get in a pool? I know some people feel comfortable with their body. I'm a plus size girl. I've always been a plus size girl. I never walked around naked in front of female friends or male friends. I think the most I've ever did was like being like a bra and panty in front of my gay friend. Big mistake. Big mistake. But what was that about? And it's sad, even as a chosen one, you can't be naked or get undressed in front of your friends, guys. I'm telling you, the way you view friendship, most chosen ones view friendship as like what is it? Like a brother sister type of love. I always look at my male friends like a brother. I always look at my female friends like a sister. But the entire time they're plotting against you. It's sad. They either plotting to sleep with you or plotting to compete with you, plotting to be with you. Yeah, I thought that was really interesting. She was naked. They all had their clothes on. That was a setup. So this girl died getting beat in her nude. And I bet you they left her body there, uncovered, naked, and dead. That's a horrific death. That's horrible. And I saw she didn't want to fight back. She didn't want to fight back. I noticed that. Not after this pandemic. I'm done. It's good to have your group. What? It's good to, Lolly said, it's good to have your group to come back to and not get alone and scared. They ain't chosen. Yes, heated up to get into my energy circle. Yes. People are weird nowadays, worldwide said. Makes me think these narcs are full of what? F's and deceptions. Share no address. No, I would never give my address out. Vanessa said it's 300 families. Oh, God. Let's see. Valentina said, I've had some Paco eyes my whole life. I realized it was because I was ungrounded and needed to ground my energy into the lower part of my body. I was way too cerebral and disconnected from reality. Wow, that's interesting. You might have those eyes. He was done like Shaquilla. He was sacrificed. Exactly. Take off, right? I like Puerto Rican women for some reason. Puerto Ricans are cool. Me too. All that golden Ghana. Let's see. But yeah, that's the chosen ones. Experience and friendship, guys. You have to be very, very careful. I'm telling you, please be careful, guys. I need you to come up with a vetting system um, to protect yourself. I don't just let anyone have access to me. And I know some people think I'm a bitch. I've had people like, on here, hey girl, let me take you out to dinner, let me take you out to brunch. And it's not that I'm scared, it's just that I'm very protective, especially when I don't see your face. I don't see your social media. I need to be able to scan you. I need to be able to look at your face, look at your photo, and see what kind of person you are. And start working on your spiritual gifts. All chosen ones have spiritual gifts. We all have spiritual gifts. We all have a gift of sight. But I think that you gaslight yourself through the years of not using your gifts. A lot of you grew up in religion. A lot of you grew up with people telling you, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. What you talking about? You can't see anything. Oh, that's witchcraft. Oh, that's the devil. You get gaslit, but the entire time, God didn't leave you on this planet for you to not have certain gifts to get you through. And for many, many years, especially in my 20s, now I'm not around people, so I don't see a lot of spirits or demons or having a lot of spiritual warfare like I did in my 20s. Oh my gosh, my teens and 20s was horrible, guys. I have the craziest stories about seeing demons and experiencing this spiritual warfare stories that I have. But God gives you that. You're born with that. All right. And the more you level up, the more your gifts are going to increase. But it's there for you to protect yourself. It's there for you to help others, to get you out of the way. And it's weird because you watch superhero movies, but you believe that, but you don't believe that you're gifted. We're all gifted. Every chosen one has spiritual gifts. Every chosen one has talents, all of that. Use all of it. If you get dreams, pay attention to it. As soon as you wake up, if you have a forgetful mind, write down your dreams. You're getting a premonition, you're getting a vision, you're seeing numbers, you're seeing colors, you're seeing people faces. Write everything down. The more you start to use your spiritual gifts, the stronger it becomes. And a lot of times, God is going to let you know before you even get close to a person, but it's you. You're not listening. Chosen ones don't listen. So you mean to tell me Shanquila never got any type of red flags? I'm sure she did. I'm sure she got into it with some of those people before. I'm sure they already had beef and she probably thought it was cool. Let me tell you something. People play that like, yeah, we good. We cool. It's bridge, water under the bridge. We good. And the entire time they're still plotting on you. Mm-mm. There's no way. Whatever happened or the tension that they were experiencing back in Charlotte, it manifested in Cabo. That didn't just happen in Cabo. Nah. Mm-mm. They might have even planned that before they even got to Cabo. Okay. I don't think they planned to kill her. That's something I don't think they did. I think they misjudged when they were beating her up how intense and inflicted they were being. And they freaked out and they left Mexico and decided to just stick together. I don't think they meant to kill her. I think they meant to jump her, but they went too far and that's how she died. But I heard that she lived for 3 hours. I heard she lived for 3 hours. So they had 3 hours. They could have got her to the hospital. She could have been saved. But no, they would have rather. Do you know how, like, oh my God. Do you know how demonic you are that you fight this person that you once considered your friend and you just left their body there and you call her mama and say, hey, she's got alcohol poisoning, but they didn't call her parents so that they can look out for her. They called so they can have an alibi. They were building up their case. The pirate was like, oh my God, let's call and say like she's sick. Yeah. Let's call and say she's sick. They all stuck together. So honestly, they all deserve jail time. They all deserve to have to go back to Mexico and not even one. And let me tell you something, the one person that would have stayed, they probably wouldn't have really did jail time because they would have told the truth. But being that they didn't tell the truth, they're all gonna go under the jail probably. They have the money now, they have a GoFundMe. They have money now to fight the case, to fly back and forth to Mexico. The streets want blood. They want somebody in jail. And if not, these kids will have to go into hiding. 25 is a kid to me. You're gonna have to go into hiding because the streets are gonna want blood. There's no way that these kids are gonna be able to be productive in Charlotte and live. Somebody's gonna want them dead too. At least two of the girls that gave the blows. They're gonna really want them to suffer, you know? But let us all take her death as a lesson learned, guys. This is how these friends think of you. They always want surveillance on your life. They're jealous of your light. And I hate that I had to even do this video. I hate that we even have to talk about this because, a lot of people, oh, chosen ones are so narcissistic. All they do is talk about what happens to them. The reason why I talk about this is because I'm 39 and I've been this way my entire life. I'm not making this up. No matter how much healing I do, no matter how nice I am, there's always somebody who wants to dull my light out. So yes, chosen ones, you still got to do your healing work. You still have to acknowledge your position and your calling in life. But no matter what, there's always going to be people who want to dull out your light. Think about it. Moth to a flame. You cut the light on and the moths come over, right? That's just how it is. But you have to up your spiritual advancement of discernment, of spiritual discernment and protection, physical protection. Physical protection, if you know what I mean. Whatever that is, in your home, at your job, in your car, protect yourself. Watch people. Stop telling people your damn business, chosen one. There's people who don't know a damn thing about me. Y'all know more about me. And even though I'm very transparent, y'all still don't know me like you think you do. Stop telling people your business. Don't be showing pictures of your lover. Don't be telling them what you do in the bedroom. Don't be telling people how much money you make. You know, for years, I never told friends where I worked. It was very weird. It was very weird. I didn't tell people where I worked at. And people were so uncomfortable with that. I'm like, no, you don't need to know where I work. As long as I'm not borrowing money from you, don't worry about it. She said that just gave me a thought. They recorded her because she could have been chosen. They know, but they like, oh, I thought she was a big and bad, but you can't at least fight back. Those were demonic. Yeah, they were saying, they were taunting her in the video. And that's another thing. They're beating her in the video. And they're like, at least fight back. Damn, at least fight back. And she didn't. If you have multiple people fighting you, now if it was just one, she had multiple people beating on her. Maybe she was tired. Maybe they injured her so bad. Maybe she was intoxicated. It's not easy to fight when you're intoxicated. Maybe she thought, maybe if I don't hit back, they will stop hitting me. It's not a fair fight. It wasn't a fair fight. You're one person. And I think that's funny. That's 7 people, right? 7 people. So yeah, 6 of them, 1 of her, 7, the number 7. That's gotta, what? That's chosen one written all over it. Trust me, guys, I've been in situations like that where I left the party, I left the house, the energy felt weird. You know, I I've been in situations like a girl inviting me to her house, and the next thing I know, 2 guys are walking in the room, and I'm like, walking in the house, and I'm like, why are these guys here? I'm not sleeping with this dude. You know, so that type of stuff happens, guys, you know. They'll put you in situations so you can prove you're gangster. They'll put you in situations to prove, so let's see if you're really goody goody. If you're that goody goody, are you going to sleep with him or you're not going to sleep with him? They'll put a chosen one in a situation to be essayed. I can't say the word on here, so to be essayed, to be jumped, to be killed. It happens. And this is why everybody is not your friend. Chosen ones barely have friends. Oh, Lord. Let me get rid of this. Hold on a minute. I'm glad I went 2 hours without this pornography shit in my damn live. I hate when they do this nasty shit. They are gross. This is crazy. But yeah. Let me see. The Overcomer said, the last narc I knew had empty blue snake eyes. He possessed as a peaceful spiritual teacher. The spiritual teachers and religious people, they be fake as hell. I saw his evil rage and I think he drugged my drink one night. I believe it. These people are wicked. Shaking my head. She was in a child mode. Yep, defenseless. Exactly. She gave up. She gave up. A 70-year-old? Oh gosh, yes. There'll be those old gurus. It reminds me of that yoga dude. I think he was like in his 60s. He won't tell anyone his real age. I have my ways figured out. He's 70 years old. These old men, guys, these old men and old women are nasty. They be terrorizing and being perverted for decades. Think about like all those people in elites. These people are like knocking on death's door and they're still evil. You gotta be kidding me. Most of these people, they be 60, 70, 80, 90 years old still. I'm telling you, those narcs, they die evil. They do not stop. They be on their deathbed, guys, still being evil. But yes, thank you to everybody. I'm going to get off, guys. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you to everybody who sent donations, who put money on the chat. Please click like on this video. Please, I'm begging you, chosen ones or targeted individuals. I need you to vet out your friends. Stop being thirsty. Stop being desperate. Go to brunch by yourself. Go to the movies by yourself. Challenge yourself. Go on vacation by yourself, even if it's for a weekend. Every time I go on vacation by myself, I meet people. I meet other chosen ones. I meet married couples, not trying to sleep with me, but just married couples, people who are so impressed that I'm by myself. Is it easy? No, but eventually the more you do it, the more you are in love with your solitude. You don't have to go on vacations with people who hate you because you don't want to be by yourself. You don't have to, take yourself on dates. That's your homework. I want y'all to start to do things by yourself, guys. Get comfortable. You don't have an average life. All right. Like Jesus was like chilling by himself and he had 12 homeboys who was trying to follow him and got him killed. But he still had a presence of being able to walk around and be by himself. If anybody wants to donate to me, you can still. My information is in the chat. If you want to book a phone session, you can do so. Just email me at neoangie3000@yahoo.com. Okay. But I want y'all to get comfortable with being alone. I want you to get comfortable with being your own best friend. Get to know yourself. If you don't do things, you don't find out. That's how I found out how dope I was. That's how I found out how fly I was. I started going to museums alone, restaurants, and I'm posting and people's like, yo, who you with? You by yourself? Like, who you go with? You alone? And people gonna get cute. There's some people who be like, oh, you by yourself? They don't even like themselves. They can't be alone. They be mad. Yup, I'm in another fucking country by myself, alone. And what? And what? You can never. You can never. You don't even like to be by yourself, even sitting on a train or in your car or on a bus. These people hate themselves. Chosen ones are meant to walk alone. We're like missionaries. This is why we have different jobs. We switch up friends, we switch up lovers. We ain't supposed to stay with people for long. Appreciate the good people in your life. If you have family members or your parents, they're your friends, I'm telling you, cherish them. Because most people who meet us and want to befriend us, they just come in our lives to take from us, guys. I'm telling you, they just come in our lives to take from us. That's it. What do I think about chosen ones who have autism connection? I'm not too sure. I have to do more research on autism, but I think their life in general is just a testimony. An autistic person is all different spectrums and different levels to autism. There's some of them who are more independent, and there are some of them who are like foregone. They need their parents, they need someone to take care of them. Anyone who has a disability, their whole life is a testimony. Their whole life is for us to watch them and to appreciate where we're at and to see how they move in their world, basically. Like you see somebody who has no legs, no arms, it makes you appreciate where you're at. And it's encouraging, it's motivating. Like if they can do it, I can do it. So just their existence alone is the reason why they're being used. You get it? But some of them are geniuses, a lot of them are geniuses. Yes, jazz concerts are fun too. Yep, I love it. That person sounds crazy, Overcomer. I hope they are long gone. You said you love Jamaica. But yes, guys, I'm telling you, please, I beg you, I beg you, I beg you, do not, I repeat, do not get desperate. I've been desperate for friendship. Yep. Oh, I don't want to be alone for my birthday. I don't want to go on vacation alone. And then you let me tell you something funny. I do it and it ends up being a disaster. Yep. I've spent birthdays alone. In my 30s, I think I spent 3 birthdays alone. One year I went to Miami by myself. I kept telling the Uber drivers, I kept telling people at the restaurants and the bar, it's my birthday today. They're like, this bitch lying. She just trying to get free drinks. I had to show my ID. They couldn't believe it. And a lot of people go, oh, you're so attractive and you dress nice. Why you by yourself? They start thinking you crazy. Damn, nobody want to be with her. She not ugly. What's wrong with her? Ain't nothing wrong with me. Ain't nothing wrong with you because you want to be by something wrong with those people because they can't be by themselves. Don't let people make you feel like that. Oh, they a weirdo. Anybody you ever see those memes? Anybody that goes to eat in a restaurant by themselves, they're psychopaths. Well, I'll be a psychopath then. You came out the womb, even if you got a twin, y'all didn't come out the coochie at the same time. You got your own soul contract. Your twin got his own soul contract or her own soul contract. People hate you because you stand on your own. You shatter rooms, you move rooms, and they ain't got that pull. They ain't got that power. So they like, maybe I can destroy the chosen one. It's sad, but having a small circle or no circle at all, chosen one, will protect you. It will be your spiritual protection. I'm telling you. My mama told me by the time you 30, you ain't gonna have no friends. Yes, I am. Yes, I am. That's what I used to tell her. I ain't gonna be like you with no friends. You always want to hang out with me. What's wrong with you? Get a life. Look at me now. 39, ain't got no damn friends. Right now, the guy that I talk to, I've known him for about 15 years. I talk to him the most. He's a chosen one. I'm a chosen one. But he got some issues going on with him. I got my issues. I talk to him the most because we understand each other. You know, that's a blessing. I'm very, very thankful for him. But friends, this is sad, guys. I don't got one female friend that I feel love me. No. I think every female associate, every woman I've known for years, hate me. But yeah, let me go back to the woman who was a psychologist. Oh my gosh. It's between ADHD and this wine. I had this friend who was a psychologist. Bless your beautiful mother and spirit. Thank you, babes. I had this friend who was a psychologist, and you're going to even have people in higher positions. This woman has money, a husband, owns property, owns 2 houses, cars. She has it all. But every time she sees me, why are you doing your hair like that? Why you talk like that? Why are you doing that? Why are you doing this? Always trying to bring me down. But you're the psychologist. You're the one with the PhD. What the fuck you want to be around me for? Because we're of light and they're not. They want to be around you. They want to soak up your energy. They're impressed by you guys. You think they're not, but they are. But in this matrix, we're told people who have the degrees and the money and the status and all that, they're better people. That don't mean shit. I make people shatter and shiver when I walk in a room. You're the one with the PhD. You're the one with the husband. You're the one with the 2 houses and the freaking cars. But you're hating on me because I have peace and I love myself. And there's nobody who can rock my confidence. There's nobody who can tell me about my relationship with God. There's no one who can tell me my calling and my position in life. That's why they hate you. You got more than me, and got her mother, her father, her siblings, everybody. Basically my whole family's dead. But yet you're hating on me. This is what's going to happen, chosen ones. I cut her ass off. That was a whole point that I wanted to tell you guys. I cut her off. She went batshit crazy. She flew into New York for 4th of July. She showed up at my house. She called me thousands of times. Thousands is exaggerating. Over 20 times. Emailed me. Found me on WhatsApp. Was trying to track me down. Got other people to try to call me. For what? If you so big and bad, if you're the one with the PhD, if you're the one with the husband and the money, and you think you all that, and you're skinny and you're this and you do yoga and you're a vegetarian and you're better than me, why are you chasing me? You should be like, oh, it's easy to cut that bitch off. Because chosen one's light, they can't compare to our light. They like to watch us. They like to keep us in their circle. They want to be next to us, but they don't want to treat us right. But in order for them to keep us in their circle, you know what they got to do? They got to downplay our light to feel comfortable around us. And I got sick of this bitch trying to belittle me because she makes over 100K a year and I don't, and trying to make it seem like she's better than me. But if you're so much better than me, why was I able to cut you off like it was nothing? Get comfortable with discarding people, chosen ones, because you're going to have to, because it's sad. 90% of the people that are around you are just there to energy vamp off of you. Some people do admire you. Some people do. I don't want to say everyone's negative, but most people are. What y'all saying? Your Destiny said, I get so tired of, are you single? When I say, yes, it's what's wrong with you. Yup, that happens a lot. I don't think every chosen one is going to get married or have children. You know, I'm 39. I don't have any kids. Oh, God, hey, if I'm not pregnant by 43, then I'm not going to have kids. It just is what it is. And that's devastating to me, guys. But it's something that I learned. I said, maybe that's just not what God wanted for me. I'll be fine without a husband. I don't have to get married. But I always wanted to be a mother. I had an amazing relationship with my mother, and I want the same with my own child. But the truth is, that may not be in your soul contract. That may not be God's calling for your life, and that's something you have to accept. And it's the same thing when it comes to friend tribe. We have to release the old friends, the people we grew up with. A lot of times, the people you befriended at work, you know, and you just hold on to these people because they remind you of your past self. They do. They remind you of your past self, and you want to feel a little human. Chosen ones want to be regular so damn bad. I wanted to be regular so bad, guys. I really did. I hate saying guys. I'm sorry. I wanted to be so regular, soul tribe. Hi, Cassie. I'm about to get out of here. I wanted to be so regular. I wanted to, you know, like in the movies, be like that girl who has all the friends from junior high or high school and you marry your first love. Man, that ain't my story. And it's okay. You know, you're still breathing. You're still living, right? You're here for a reason. Get in, do your spiritual assignments, and get out. You know? You're so happy being in your own company. That's a blessing. I wish that for everybody. I love myself. Like tomorrow, I want to go to brunch by myself. I want to go to brunch. I've been dying to go to brunch. Everybody wants to do dinner. Sometimes you just want like breakfast food. You know, I want to go to brunch tomorrow. I might end up going by myself, and I need some new crystals, and I might go crystal shopping alone. And I bet you I would have more fun by my damn self than going with somebody who will be projecting their shit on me. Because every time I hang out with these bitches, it's, oh, why you got your hair like that? Why you got your nails like that? What made you wear that outfit? I'm tired of that, guys. I'm exhausted. Aren't you tired of that? Just to be not alone, you gotta have people projecting on you. I know that's gotta be happening to you guys. Or plotting, you feel this energy, they're acting weird. They get on their phone when they're around you. They're not paying attention to you. I know that's gotta be happening to y'all too. I know that I'm not the only one. I hate it. Exactly. It's very immature. It's because these people are lost and they don't want to do the work. They don't want to do the work. They want to make you feel some kind of way because chosen ones seem like we got it all together when we really don't. I definitely don't have it all together. But it never crosses my mind to meet up with someone and be like, what don't I not like on this person today? And let me tell them about it. Yeah, I don't like their hair. Your hair looks like shit. Yeah. Sips mimosa. You look like shit today. But anyway, girl, how you doing? That's what these people do to us. Because as soon as they get in your aura, they're low vibrational, you're high vibrational. Even when the chosen one is depressed, we're still high vibrational. Because it's not in our mindset to break anyone else down to our spiritual level. Even when I'm sad, you know, that friend of mine, the Gemini dude, he wanted to talk on Thanksgiving night. I said, honestly, I don't feel well today, but I'll contact you tomorrow. He contacted me yesterday. I'm going to sleep. I will let people know, instead of hurting them, instead of putting my filth onto them, I'm not hiding, but I let you know, like, I'm not in a good mood today. I can't talk to you right now, you know, and they don't do that. They'll link up and say, hey, let's do brunch, just to project all this shit. So that way Monday morning they could be like, whoo, I feel so much better now. I got to project on Angelique. I feel good. And, you know, I made her feel like shit today. So that was my duty for the day. This is what they do to us, guys. They love making us feel like shit to make themselves feel good. These people are demon filled. These people are in pain. And I don't think I'm better than anyone. I know y'all don't think y'all are better than anyone either, but these people are in a lot of pain. But yes, I already talked almost 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you to everybody who put money on the chat. If you still want to donate, you can. I'm going to get off now. Have an amazing rest of the weekend. Have an amazing week. I'm going to be doing dropping 3 videos this week. So stay tuned. Subscribe if you've never been on my channel before. I think this live did pretty well. Okay. All right. I love you guys. Be safe and use your spiritual discernment. Because honestly, we don't got no friends like that.